Nolan, first things first, Coach wants to ask how you missed a 3-0 pitch.
So, a little about that. I'm not going to say what the signal is, but Lynn gave me a green light for the 3-0. Well, I look at him, doesn't give me a green light. You know, we have a signal for it because I want to hit there. I'm like, I'm seeing it well and having a good day so far. And he doesn't give it to me. I look at Cheese at third base. Cheese looks at me kind of like, I can't say anything. Like, that's on you. And I look back at Lim. He gives me the signal, and I get too antsy, overswing a little bit, probably. Swung probably 120%, and then I stepped out and just told myself, you don't have to overswing. You don't have to overswing, especially with the wind blowing out. You just got to hit something hard in the air and go.
Was that the home run at bat?
Yeah, it was.
Steve.
Chase, a lot of tough ball games here as of late. Like all 3 games that you guys have lost have come down to the 9th inning. How did it feel in that dugout to have some margin and have a loose dugout, knowing that this just matter what the final score was going to be?
Yeah, I mean, at any point with this lineup, I mean, the game can change pretty drastically with the amount of talent that we have on the offensive side. But I mean, pitching wise, it makes it a lot easier when you have a lot of run support, which tonight, like you said, we had that. So I mean, it makes it a lot easier. But yeah.
David.
Just take us through your 2 home runs there. Well, we know about the 3-0 pitch, but just give us how you saw both home runs there.
Yeah. Trying to think back to. So first at bat I get a hit. Second at bat, home run. The first home run. Coach Goat told me, look for a heater. He's going to attack you with a heater. And sometimes the best advice comes from your own team. And Stallman told me, he was like, hey, I think he said like 4 or 5 sliders. He's throwing a lot of sliders to the left on left. It's a lefty pitcher. And then Ace, I'm watching Ace hit as Stallman's telling me that. And Ace is they're snapping him in there. So I get up there, I'm not going to lie. I'm looking for a slider, looking for something to pop. Throws me, I think, first pitch, a cookie. There's a fastball right down the middle. It's part of it. It's baseball. I step out, get back in there. Next pitch, it's exactly what I'm looking for. So.
Ben.
I was going to ask, just when you see the flags whipping out to right field, especially as a left-handed hitter, you come to the ballpark. I'm sure your eyes get big and all that, but how do you avoid just sort of trying to hit the ball 500 feet and stay in the moment and not try to do too much?
It's really just not overswinging. Our coaches talked about it before the game. Coach Go and Lim and Cheese, honestly, everybody was just talking about, it's a player's ballpark today, and you don't have to overswing to get it out. A lot of people try to overswing, like you said earlier, like 3-0. But really, you don't. You just got to hit something hard, and you don't have to change anything at all. It'll go.
Doug.
We looked through the record books, and this may be the largest margin over Southern Miss at home in the history of the series. But how satisfying is it? But more importantly, what kind of confidence do you have now as you're heading into the stretch to SEC?
Want to go first?
Yeah, well, so I mean, a game like that, 2 weeks ago they got us, they got the best of us. So coming into this game, we're looking to beat them, obviously. But I lost my train of thought. You go.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Repeat that question one more time for me.
Well, you beat a quality team and you beat a ranked team,
Yeah.
and you really needed this confidence boost. But that's the way I see it. Well, how do you see it as we're heading down to SEC play?
Yeah, I would say specifically Lynn. He's been talking about it. I'm gonna be honest. He talked about it every day since we lost to him. That just can't happen. We know we're a better team. A lot of people would say we're better on paper last time we played them or whatever. But it doesn't matter. It's baseball. You win games, you lose games. Last time we went to their place, they got the best of us, and I would say our team as a whole haven't forgot about it leading up to today. We were ready.
Robbie.
I can't recall if you were in the lineup or not at that game, but what did you feel was the difference this time around against them, against their arms offensively? Faced a couple of guys that y'all faced the first time. What did you think was the difference today?
I think our approach, for surely. I think all of our hitters had a good approach. We weren't, like I said, trying to do too much. It wasn't just homers today. You saw walks, you saw base hits, you saw doubles, approach, but also just mentality as a team. We've played a few games where you feel like the mentality's not there, and where everyone in the dugout isn't as bought in as the person who's playing. It's even just as important as someone who's not in the game to be as locked in and bought in and want to win just as bad as someone who's on the field. And it's hard. It's hard to do that, especially for people who aren't playing. But I think at Southern Miss we had that. I think leading into the day, you could just tell the vibe was different. It wasn't just we're gonna go out there and kill these guys. It was every guy in the dugout wanted to win. It wasn't just the guys on the field.